You are stuck in heavy traffic. If everyone maintains a constant slower speed instead of stop and go, what happens to your arrival time? Look at a fluffy white cloud. How much weight do you think is floating above you? If you are in a room with 23 people, what are the odds that 2 of them share the exact same birthday? Think you are right? Think agent. Which part of your body produces the most heat when you are resting? You see a coin flip heads 10 times in a row. What is most likely to happen on the 11th flip? Where does most of the oxygen on Earth actually come from? Think you are right? Think agent. If you fold a standard piece of paper in half 42 times, how thick would it be? In a survival situation, which will keep you alive longer? Which of these is more likely to happen to you this year? Most people fail this next one. What color is the sun when viewed from space? If you take a fan and leave it running in a sealed empty room, what happens to the temperature? You are standing outdoors during a storm. Where is the safest place to be? Prepare to be surprised. Which of these everyday items has more bacteria on it? If you want to cool down a hot drink quickly, when should you add the cold milk? Which travels faster through the air? Your intuition is lying to you. When you look at the moon on the horizon, it looks huge. Why? If you drop a bowling ball and a feather in a vacuum, which hits the ground first? Which sense is the most closely linked to memory? Wait, did you see that? You're walking in the rain. Which will keep you drier? What is the primary ingredient in most dust found in your home? Which animal is responsible for more human deaths every year? Only 1% see the patent. If you lose your sense of smell, how much of your sense of taste do you also lose? Which is more likely to happen if you find yourself in quicksand? How much of the world's gold has already been mined? Let's see what you are really made of. What happens to your brain's processing speed as you get older? Which color is the most difficult for the human eye to see in the dark? Which contains more sugar? Buckle up, it gets harder. What is the most common color of eyes in the world? How long can a human go without sleep before the brain starts to hallucinate? Which of these is the largest desert on Earth? Round 2. The reality check. What percentage of the Earth's water is actually drinkable? When you crack your knuckles, what are you actually hearing? Which takes more water to produce? Let's see what you are really made of. If you drive a car at 60 miles per hour and a bird flies inside at 60 miles per hour, how fast is the bird moving relative to the ground? Which weighs more? How many colors are actually in a rainbow? Most people fail this next one. Which is more likely to kill you? What happens to a compass at the exact North Pole? Which is the most common gas in the Earth's atmosphere? Get ready for the shift. If you are in a falling elevator, when should you jump to survive? How much of your brain do you actually use during a normal day? What color is a mirror? Are you still keeping up? Which is more likely to freeze faster? How many senses do humans actually have? What is the largest organ in the human body? Buckle up, it gets harder. If you are lost in the desert, should you drink your water immediately or ration it? Which metal is liquid at room temperature? What is the most successful predator in the animal kingdom? Most people fail this next one. How much of the human body is made of water? Which part of the flame is the hottest? How many hearts does an octopus have? Round 2, the reality check. Which grows faster? What is the only rock that floats in water? If you are in a dark room, which of these helps you see better? Common sense isn't so common. Which animal has the longest lifespan? What is the main reason why leaves change color in the fall? How long does it take for light from the sun to reach Earth? Your brain is about to trick you. Which is more likely to be the cause of a common cold? What happens to your height when you go to space? What is the primary reason why we have seasons on Earth?